What is the crack, everyone, and welcome to my first vlog. Yes, it is another drift car vlog, but 2023, so are you even drifting if you're not vlogging? So this video will just really be a walk around the car, telling you what is to go with it, plans for this year, sponsors, stuff like that, and what's coming up in the near future. So I'll just give you a quick look around here now. So here is the car, Ls1 Silvia s13 with a fully built Ls1 by George Performance. It has CNC'd heads, all ported, decked, all new bearings, pistons. It has 1000cc injectors on E85. It made 410 horsepower at the wheels and around about 600 foot-pounds of torque. Still on stock ECU, but we'll be changing that. Intake temps were probably a bit hot for the way the filter is, and then on wet days the filter was getting kind of soaked and stuff, so changing that to a single plane straight out through the bonnet. And I've also changed the coil packs, just currently mounting them. They're remote mounted, so we'll be putting them onto the bulkhead. So what else have we got? We have Ls1 wheels, Driftwork steering currently. I had bought Wisefab, but kind of like the feel of the Driftwork, so I'm gonna keep those for a while. Direct inject, another sponsor jumping on this year again. Continued support from Porter Performance, Ministry of Fabrication. It's actually going for full roll cage. Just currently has the half cage, so it's going down to Ministry tomorrow. Neighbour Rob from Camden Till Trade is going to bring that down for me, also supporting this year. Velino steering wheel did have Defi gauges, but just like getting changed up. Changing the shifter, going to the new style cube shifter. It has shift stops because the last shifter had issues with over shifting. T56 gearbox, remote mounted internal reverse swing, clutch pedal, Ministry of Fab bracket. Very good. Anyone with Silvia's, stuff like that, looking with the LS, it's tight for space. It's all internal, so plenty of room. You just see the braided line running in through the bulkhead, bolt straight up. So yeah, we have the riv nut kit out. This bad boy is going in. Moroso accumulator. So done one set of bottom end bearings, don't really want to do another set, so 3/4 accumulator going in today. So this is the main one. Haltech have jumped on, given support this year. Can't be thankful enough. It has the Elite 2500, the new dash, full LS plug-in, terminated harness, wideband, all the sensors. So that's going to make a hell of a difference this year. Reliability, having the dash shown, everything there, we can log it, the whole lot. Then we have Zoo Performance. They sent a package out. We have harnesses. These are really good as well. They come with the screw-in eyelets and everything ready to go. Don't need to buy anything else, just as long as you have the threaded fitting that can go straight in. Lines for the AccuSump fittings, heat sleeving because it's going to be by the headers for a short space. What else we got here? With new D-Max LED tail lights. Broke one, got a couple of hits at the end of last year. Lead run, motorsport, jack bar, that took a bit of a hit as well. We had to straighten that one out. So yeah, what else have we got happening? Yeah, so with the ECU roll cage going in, AccuSump. Oh yeah, we have brand new BC coilovers. We had some teens that were just a bit dated, no real issue, but just kind of wanted to freshen up for this season. So we've the GK Tech clearance tension rods, new coilovers, Driftworks, drop knuckles, everything works really well. Steering feels pretty awesome. We have the underdrive pulley, you can see that there. It's meant to help a little bit of horsepower and pickup. Would like to go electric water pump down the line just to free it up a bit more for revving with natural aspirated. Any sort of a load you can take off the engine is good. Zoo Performance regulator, everything works really good. All Zoo Performance fittings, top class, never an issue, no leaking, straight in. Phoenix rad, just with the typical Australian Falcon fans, works really well. It's kind of 80 to 100 degrees, which isn't fairly low for an LS. These These will run at 100 degrees plus all day long. They like the heat. It has a full custom loom. Will be tied up with the ECU. So yeah, so wired front to back. Done pretty much most of it myself. A couple of other mates helped out along the way, and then want to go with perspex windows just to clean all this up. It just looks kind of terrible when we open the door. So perspex windows, and just do like a nice rib nut bracket that we can remove it on a hot day. Yeah, so she'll have the full cage. It is, we've plenty of sponsors being announced over the next coming few videos, so hopefully get Ministry. They might do a bit of a time lapse, maybe doing the rest of the cage for me, so I can stick that in. Not sure if that'll be in this video or the next one. But we have Zeknova tires are jumping on this year, so we're running Zeknovas. I have those semi-slicks on the front. These are done probably the equivalent of a season and a half now, and they're still like brand new. Never any understeer or anything like that. They are awesome tire. So yeah, that's pretty much it on the car for now. I'm just going to, that's just the passenger seat, and I have a friend of mine, Sean, he has his wheels left here, all the Lenzos there. Passenger seat, this is the new bonnet that I got, because unfortunately we went out in a panic one event last year. Pins weren't closed and bonnet met the windscreen. Lucky enough I had no skin underneath, so it didn't break the windscreen. Just a bit of jumping around, get a bit of weight behind it and straighten it out. Got the rest of the season out of it, but it's pretty hay going, as they say in Australia. So yeah, I am an Irish guy living and drifting in Australia, for anyone that's wondering. You can get me on Instagram, Derek Awesome 100, Facebook page Derek Awesome. Be keeping go big this year, keeping the social medias going. Just keep us all updated, follow along, because we'll be travelling around, stuff like that. It's going to be a beautiful day today again in Sydney. Garage is pretty messy at the moment, but 33 degrees today. That's when you're an Irish guy in Australia, you have to pronounce your THs, because they always take the mickey out of you if you say 33. So yeah, we'll keep you guys updated. Today we're going to make a bit of a plate, because I had to cut this out for the last shifter, seal that up a little bit, general tidy up, plumb the Moroso Accusump, and yeah, see what else we'll go with. It's just sort of the Wilbur clutch pedal, internal mounted, so keep an eye on fluids, everything's inside, away from the heat, stuff like that. So yeah, if there's anything else you want to see, or obviously I'm new to all of this, so learning as I go. There'll be no fancy editing, nothing like that for now anyway, because this will just be iPhone, GoPro sort of footage. But yeah, we'll see how we go. I'll do a bit of work and maybe stick another bit in this video, see if we can get a time lapse and get it loaded up on Rob's truck. Camden tilt trays, like I say, bring it down to Ministry for me, so see how we go, see if we can add in another little bit to this video. But that's pretty much the rundown. The rear is still stock knuckles, just with a dual caliper bracket. I do have the anti-squat brackets, you won't really see them now, but it just levels out the rear LCA, so they're not kind of turned up as much, just levels them down, better for the anti-squat. I did take out the rear sway bar, but I might put it back in just on a lower setting, because I always drove with sway bars. Other guys are saying take it out, but I think it just steadies the car a bit, so I'll probably stick that back in so the car doesn't feel too different. We'll be driving in the Pro class and high tech this year. Yeah, going to do the Rev GP, or getting back going, do a bit of that. Super Drift, Australian Drift Club are getting big again, so get back out to a figure 8 drift series, try do a couple of those. Yeah, get back on the big track in Eastern Creek here in Sydney. First round of high tech is in Winton, so that's about 5 hours for me, so that'll be a nice bit of a spin down. So we'll see how we go for time. Have to get the car wrapped, cage, aligned and Porter Performance, then down to Dabsy and Jewel Performance then as well. Obviously get the new intake on, ECU fitted, wired up. Mightn't get all the sensors and stuff done straight away, but see how it go. Would like to get that extra few horsepowers out of it before we jump up to the Pro class. But if I have to do round one kind of as it is, just with it aligned and wrapped in a cage, we might have to, but hopefully we can get the Haltech ECU in. The guys are very helpful in Haltech, so we can give them a shout and get a bass tune on, and even if I have to on the way down to Winton get Dabsy to give it a tune for us, we'll do that and run with the big boys this year, see how she's going. Still has the R200 diff, two-way diff. I never had any issues with breaking shafts, 5-volt shafts, so see how we go. Obviously semi-slick's going to be on the back, so it'll be a bit harder on it this year, but yeah, we'll see how we go. Anything I can kind of think of along the way. She got the full lead run motorsport pre-bent last year, well not actually last year, probably a year and a half ago now for COVID. Bumper bars there, everything just moved a rad forward, just welded on down to the chassis legs. Then this front section, this is all removable, bumper bars removable. It's a great kit. Anyone who wants to do it at home, they can do a bit of welding. Obviously I'm actually a carpenter myself, so we won't go too close to the welds, but the front hasn't fell off yet anyway, thankfully enough. Yeah, so I'll keep adding in bits and pieces, see how we go. Hopefully it's not too boring for you. If you want to see kind of more stuff in detail as we're doing the jobs, let me know. As to say, like, comment, subscribe, comment down below, all of that good stuff that you have to put in on the YouTube videos, I guess. And yeah, keep us updated. Just mounting up the Accu sump here now. Just thinking for serviceability, it's going to be hard enough to get to that bottom bolt there. What I've done, you can see, I just notched out the bottom of the bracket so it's not like a full hole, and then when it's all in, you should be able to just crack the bottom nut. That'll slide over, bolt the top up, and then when the Accu sump is in there, just take the top nut out, crack the bottom, and the two of them should just lift straight up. I'll just show you now. Just gonna sit in here. Just gonna sit in like that. So basically you have an air valve there, you put in 15 or 20 psi, and then that goes directly to your sump. The piston sits about halfway, and if you lose oil pressure for a split second or anything like mid-drift or a long corner, it pushes the oil down, keeps oil in the sump so you don't starve the bottom end. Pretty good little setup. It's just to have a fitting to bolt onto the block. So obviously you have, this will be air, that's oil, 3 quarts, so you'll have 1.5 quarts roughly of oil. Then if it senses if the air pressure gets obviously greater than the oil pressure, pushes the oil back, fills up your sump, and hopefully we're not building another Ls1 in the near future. Right, so accumulator is all mounted up. I have a plate tacked in there, pretty rough. Like I say, I'm a carpenter, not a welder. Does the job. Get a bit of rubber, maybe a fireproof boot for it. Welded on, just a 8mm thread on top. Takes the 8-ball gear knob. Looks pretty good location. And started plumbing up the accumulator. It should work out pretty good. There's a hole already in the bulkhead, just cut that to length, but wrong fitting up front. We need the 120. You have a 90, but it just doesn't get us to where we need to be, so it's all heat sleeved. Header is wrapped, so it goes behind the header through the bulkhead. That's pretty much it for now. Then we'll get the get it off for a roll cage, get that right fitting ordered, and we're most of the way there then for the accumulator and whatever else is next on the list. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the first video. See how we go. If there's anything else you want to see along the way, let me know. All hints and tips appreciated. Like I say, first vlog, so I'm sure we'll get plenty of abuse off the boys, and could be the last one, but hey, see how we go. All good, see you later.